This is Minh An, a Vietnamese boy with a rare and terrible skin condition. Minh An lives on a special ward of a Saigon hospital, where his scaly skin has earned him the nickname Ca, Vietnamese for fish.
Trong tương lai thì Minh An có thể sẽ ở đây suốt đời.
What a beautiful day, isn't it?
8,000 miles away in England, great granny Brenda Smith loves Minh An like a son.
Ever since I met him when he was 3 years old, Minh An has always been the one.
For 15 years, she's made it her mission to help him.
When I'm on my own with him, he's just an entirely different person.
They're worlds apart, but year after year, their extraordinary friendship
Hello.
draws Brenda back to Vietnam.
Number one. We're the odd couple. That's what I always call us, the odd couple.
Now Minh An has turned 18, it's decision time for his doctors. While Brenda wants to be sure her friend has a future.
Good boy. The years are going by so fast now. I shan't be around forever. What's going to happen to him then?
On this visit, Brenda's determined to see what she can do to make a lasting difference to Minh An's life. It's 5 a.m. The inhabitants of one of Asia's fastest growing cities are waking up. On a third-story hospital ward, the orphans of the Peace Village start their day. In a corner is Minh An. Every night he's tied up to prevent him escaping. Minh An was abandoned on a rubbish dump as a tiny baby. He's severely mentally handicapped, and his skin is covered in thick, flaking scales. This ward for handicapped orphans has been Minh An's home for 11 years. Now 18, he's one of the oldest. And once the ties are off, there's no holding him back.
Phải để mắt theo dõi nó. Nhiều khi nó đi một lèo nó đi xuống thang máy, đi xuống. Nếu mà nó đi rồi nó không biết đường về, cho nên là mình phải cẩn thận chú ý nó.
There's just one thing that relaxes Minh An and makes him happy.
Tắm nha, trời ơi.
Water.
Rồi cá quay đầu ở đây nè, cá quay đầu ở đây. Đúng rồi, nhắm mắt lại nha, gội đầu.
Minh An's skin can barely sweat or breathe, causing him to dramatically overheat.
Nói chung là tắm xong thì da nó mềm hơn.
2 cold showers a day are his only relief from the Saigon heat.
Có lạnh đâu, cá nó lạnh. Này mà có hồ bơi, có bơi. Đây lau mặt, lên để lạnh kìa, nãy ngồi uống nước mà.
Minh An arrived at the Peace Village 11 years ago, after growing too old for his childhood orphanage. With no medical history, no one knew what caused his skin condition. It was the other children who came up with the nickname Fish that everyone now uses. He remains a mystery. Only a specially thickened cream stops him scratching himself raw.
Đừng rồi, bỏ vô con. Đừng nè. Đây. Đây người dạy giỏi.
Min An shares his home with 60 severely mentally and physically handicapped orphans. Each with their own unique problems. While most are confined to the ward, the lucky few leave to attend school for a few hours. Day in, day out, Min An goes nowhere.
Cho cá vô trong giường nha, còn cá lại nha. Nếu mà cá không nghe lời, rồi đi chơi đi.
Now 18, Min An's tendency for self-inflicted violence stretches the staff. Keeping him out of trouble is a full-time job. To keep him quiet, they sedate him, and he's left with little stimulation. But all that is set to change, with the arrival in a few days of Min An's unlikely fairy godmother. In England, 78-year-old Brenda Smith is arriving for Christmas dinner with her family. This time of year, Great Granny Brenda is in huge demand, from 4 grandchildren and 5 great-grandchildren. But it's actually early December, and Christmas Day is still 3 weeks away. When the real Christmas arrives, Brenda will be with Min An, 8,000 miles away in Vietnam. When she first met Min An, Brenda was volunteering in a Saigon orphanage. It was love at first sight.
When I first met him, I went up to him and picked him up because he was only 3 years old. But all he wanted to do was just to sit in my lap. Sometimes I would sit there for a couple of hours and he just didn't want me to move. Just fell in love with him and that, and it's been like that ever since.
Right, cheers, Mum. Cheers to another
safe trip, yeah?
safe
Good luck.
journey.
Thank you. Yes, love to Min An, yes, I will.
Brenda was at the orphanage because her late husband Baz had introduced her to Vietnam just weeks before he died. Since then, visiting has become a way of keeping his memory alive.
They were soulmates. They had a real laugh together and he was a real character, and I just think nobody could ever match up to him, really.
But in Min An, Brenda has found someone else to care for. This year will be her 15th trip to see him.
I think Mum needs to feel needed. She needs to feel wanted. She needs to have a reason to be somewhere. And I think since she's met Min An, there's the reason.